You know, the great thing about last year's World Series of Poker, for me, with Jeff Shulman there, is I studied all the players. And we watched all the telecasts, we studied all the players, we watched everybody's strategies. Here's the thing. They all played differently. They all had a chance to study. The bad players who were playing way too loose and getting their money in way too weak all came back playing super tight. And now what did you have is a table that didn't follow their tendencies in advance. You had a bunch of players who were all playing super tight. No one was playing super aggressive. Ivy was the most aggressive player, and he wasn't looking to really go broke in one hand either. So it was kind of crazy to just watch people play really badly, and then all of a sudden they all came in playing super tight. You know, for one reason to play super tight is to kind of keep yourself, you know, in the game and make sure that you finish in the top three where the really big money is. Sometimes you'll get down to the top three and a deal might be made, or third place is so much money you don't even have to make a deal. So the other thing is that I believe super tight's the best strategy to win. Jeff Shulman threw away ace-king last year. They didn't show that one on the telecast. I was kind of proud of the way he played, and if he doesn't lose with 2 jacks to 2 threes, he's going to be four-handed with close to the chip lead. So this year I would not expect anybody who you watched on the previous telecasts to play the same way that they played, unless they, you know, I think that maybe some of the younger guys, if they didn't hire a coach and they didn't hire people to study with them, they made a big mistake. And these are some of the guys that could do anything crazy. I think that I played with Candio, and I really respect his play. He is a natural-born Hold'em player, Candio. I like the way he moved his chips. He stole a lot of pots. He put in a lot of 4 and 5 bets. His timing was great. So Candio knows how to read people. And I think he's going to be a force if he can play slow enough, 9-handed, 8-handed, 7-handed. Mizrachi obviously has a tremendous amount of talent. I think $14.5 million is enough for Mizrachi. He has 29 big blinds. And he has, you know, he's certainly a great player, and you know, grinder. My hat's off to you, kid. I mean, come on. He wins the 50K Players Championship and then final tables, the main event. And if he wins that, I mean, it's going to be tough for. That's a great mark on history. It'll be interesting to see what some of the other guys do. I don't know. You know, when you have 7.6 million, it seems like Senti's in tough shape. He's going to have to. You know, he's going to have to get lucky. Raciner, some of these guys are, you know, internet guys with some speed. And that speed is not going to serve them well, 9 and 8-handed. They're going to run to a lot of super tight play. Look for that at home. You're going to see a lot of super tight play, just like last year. Everybody kind of wanting to move up, realizing, hey, the best poker strategy is to play super tight. They all watched the year before, where we had one of the chip leaders almost bust himself right away. I think he was on with ace-queen or something, and but he almost busted himself. He just got way too reckless, and then he slowed down a little bit. There was 3 or 4 years ago we had the chip leader bust himself, and so, you know, it's happened throughout history where chip leaders have broke themselves quickly, and I think that if you don't have to look far to see that that's not a good strategy. So some of the chip leaders are going to be thinking, maybe I can play a little fast to start, but if it doesn't work, you better back off. I would look out for Candio. I mean, he only has 33 big blinds, but if he gets a hold of chips, I think he has the talent and the skill to pull it off. And, you know, I have not played a lot with the other guys. Mizrachi will be tough, too. But, you know, I mean, the heater that he was on back then, and the way he was playing back then and the confidence he had back then might not translate to a victory here. So if Candio gets chips, look out. I mean, Duhamel was 66 million. Depends on who coached these guys, you know. I mean, some of these guys, you know, they got there with their own talent, but they have to get coached. They have to get coached to get to the next level.